Welcome back, I'm Chef Joe. This lesson is about homemade pasta. I'm 100% Italian. I started making pasta when I was 8 years old, learning at the apron strings of my grandmother. If you've never tasted fresh homemade pasta, then you're in for a treat. We're going to start off by making a basic pasta dough. Then I'm going to teach you how to add colorings and flavorings to the dough, and we're going to make some different shapes and different pastas out of that dough. We're also going to be making two types of stuffed pasta. I will be using two types of flour to make my pasta dough. Regular all-purpose flour and semolina flour. Now semolina is a coarse ground durum wheat flour that has a high gluten content. And actually, this is the preferred flour to use to make authentic pastas. Now, I prefer to use both. Usually, I'll do half and half, or maybe 3 parts of the all-purpose to 1 part of the semolina flour. If you would like to print out the recipe for basic pasta dough, just go to our Gourmet Recipes page and click on the pantry recipe link. I've mixed my flours together in this big bowl. Now you can put the flours on your work surface, a cutting board or your countertop, or this is a little trick my mother showed me, and just keep it in this bowl, and that way everything, your flours and your eggs, are just contained into this one area. So that's what I'll be doing. Now what you want to do is you want to make a well inside your flour. Make it like a volcano. And we're going to drop an egg in here, one at a time. We're just going to kind of gently mix this egg with a fork. Now you can use your fingertips if you wish. And I'm going to bring a little bit of the flour mixture into the egg so that the egg becomes less runny. I'm going to add my second egg. Third egg. We'll be using 4 eggs altogether. And making sure that we don't break the wall of your flour well, especially if you're doing this on your countertop. Now our last egg. I'm going to switch over to my hands, and I'm going to fold the flour into the egg mixture rather quickly so that it doesn't leak out. Again, especially if you're doing this on your countertop, you can see by using the bowl how everything stays nicely contained inside the bowl. We're just going to mix that by hand to form our dough. Once our dough is formed, we'll put it on our cutting board to knead. point you can add just a touch of water. I would not add a lot of water, just to moisten up your dough. I've kneaded my dough for about 10 minutes. You want your dough to be elastic, but you don't want it to be sticky. So if you find that it is a little bit too sticky, go ahead and add a little bit more flour. And likewise, if you find that it's too dry, you can add a little bit of water. But be very careful when you add the water, because again, we want this to be somewhat of a firm and not sticky dough. So I'm just going to cover this in plastic wrap, and I'm going to let it set for a minimum of 20 minutes and all the way up to 1 hour. You can use it after 1 hour of resting too.